Greetings, my drinking buddies. So today we're gonna do a little experiment and find out if we can blend together a couple of whiskeys that are fairly easily accessible and see if we can make a reasonable facsimile of Pappy Van Winkle and see if it's actually something we might want to drink regularly.
I'm your drinking buddy.
All right, drinking buddies, let's start by giving this Maker's Mark cask strength a little taste. I just opened this, I've never had it before, and I needed it as one of the ingredients for this, so I picked up a bottle, and let's see how it tastes. Ooh, it's got some heat coming off that proof. It's 110 proof. It's got some winter spice coming through. To be perfectly honest, by itself, I would not call that a great bourbon. Not my favorite. But recently I did a video of 5 whiskeys that you can find readily available that might be decent alternatives for Pappy Van Winkle or Weller, which have become impossible to find. And when these bottles become more impossible to find, we get desperate and we do things like this. And this is called Prudent Pappy. I did not come up with this idea. It was suggested to me in the comments in an amalgamation of Chris Duncan, Will Fritz, and myself in the comments of that video, putting it together that this is probably a good idea to do this video. So we're gonna do it 3 ways. One of them, we're gonna blend it and let it sit for 2 weeks. One of them, we're gonna blend it, let it sit for 2 weeks with a barrel-aged spiral, see if we can get a little bit more aged flavor off of it. And then the night that I taste the 2, we'll pour it and that night and see which of the 3 tastes better. Now, the proof that we're gonna do 2 parts to this to 1 part to this, and that's gonna make the proof about 104, which I'm assuming we're shooting for the 107 proof that is known for the Old Rip 10 Pappy Van Winkle and the 15 Family Reserve. Those are both 107. So I'm assuming we're shooting to be just shy of that with the 104 that we're gonna get by blending these 2, because the Larceny is 92 proof. So we will do 1 cup of this Maker's Mark cask strength. FYI, a 750 milliliter bottle has a little over 3 cups. Just under 3 1/4 cups. And 1/4 cup is about 2 ounces, so I may have poured the rest of it in here. I'm gonna do another cup of this. Wow, crazy to have drained so much of a bottle I just bought already. But I think we're gonna be putting it to good use. Ah, spilled a little, that's no good. All right, so we have a cup of our Maker's cask strength in each. And next up we're gonna do our Larceny, and we're gonna do a 1/2 cup in each. And I know this is a quality bourbon. I like to buy this to mix Manhattans. So this is a regular around my house. I think it's a really good sipping bourbon too. It's great for 20 bucks, about 22 bucks. Didn't quite make my best bourbons under $20 video because it's about 22. If I had done best bourbons under $25 though, Larceny would have made the list. All right, and then I'm gonna use one of these barrel-aged spirals. Now on the back it doesn't say to use in whiskey, it recommends things that already don't have flavor. So I could very well be ruining this. And also it is meant to be used in a full 750 milliliter bottle, and we're using about half. So this could be awful. We're trying this, we're doing this for science, and your drinking buddy needs to be here for you to try things out and see if they're good. All right, we have our Prudent Pappies. I'm gonna put these on my shelf and we'll try them in 2 weeks. All right, drinking buddies, so it's been 2 weeks. Cut my hair, trim my beard, and now we get to find out if Prudent Pappy is worth it. And we're going to try it 3 different ways. So for way number 1, we have to get this spiral out of here. So let's do that. All right, let's get that spiral out of there. It's real simple. I'm going to put a funnel in a cup with a some sort of filtration device. A coffee filter would work just fine. I have one of these reusable coffee filters. But we want to get all of the chunks of spiral out of there. And it looks like we have nothing remaining in here, but I'm going to wash it out anyway. So we'll do that real quick. All right, so we rinse that out. And the next thing is going to be incredibly simple. We are just going to filter it yet again and pour it back in the bottle. All right. So number 1 is going to be our bottle-aged Prudent Pappy. Pour a little bit in that first glass, cap that off. Second is going to be our Prudent Pappy that we mixed and placed in a bottle to let the flavors mingle together for 2 weeks. So this didn't have a spiral in it. It's just the 2 things mixed together, but they've been sitting together for 2 weeks to mingle together. And then our third version of Prudent Pappy is going to be one we're just going to make right now. And so that's going to be a 1/2 ounce of our larceny. And 1 ounce of our Maker's Cask Strength. And that should get us to around 107 proof, correct? Around 104 proof. All right, drinking buddies, we have our 3 Prudent Pappies. Let's see which one's best. I'm gonna go in reverse order because I have a feeling this barrel-aged one's gonna be the best, and I wanna have that one last. First up is the one we just mixed right now. It's been in the glass for a couple minutes. It's got a good flavor to it. The nose on it's a little bit of oranges. It does have, I had some Weller the other day, and the flavor profile is reminding me of Weller. And as you know, Weller is the same mash bill as Pappy Van Winkle, so it's possible that this is fairly close. I've never had Pappy Van Winkle, so I have nothing to compare it to, which is not a bad thing. I think this is all about determining whether or not this tastes good and whether or not this is a viable option of something to make at home. So I am telling you whether or not it's good. And so far, cup number C, it's good. Similar to Weller in flavor, and it's something you can mix together right at home without searching for Weller or hunting for Pappy. So number C, or letter C, really good. Let's see if the flavors mingling in the bottle for 2 weeks did anything. It has a different nose. I get more baking spices off of this one. Wow. I did not expect there to be a difference between the 2 glasses, to be perfectly honest. But it tastes different. It tastes kind of nutty, sweeter. That's just good whiskey. That's just good. So I would say if you're going to be making this at home, I would be patient and wait 2 weeks before you drink it, because the flavors really did mingle together really well. And then finally, the one that has got a much darker color because it had that barrel aging spiral in there for 2 weeks. Let's see how it turned out. Oh, wow. Yeah, I really like that. Getting some vanilla that I didn't get out of the other two. It tastes much older. These are relatively young bourbons, and putting that barrel aging spiral in there is going to really crank up that aging process. And yeah, this is phenomenal. So it is ranked ABC, number 1, number 2, number 3. And I just tell you, this is fantastic. So in conclusion, if you're going to be making Prudent Pappy at home, I'm going to recommend that you put it in a bottle with a bottle aging spiral, and wait the 2 weeks. Please hit that like button if you liked the video. It helps out my channel a lot. I make absolutely no money from this, so it really helps me if you hit that like button. So hopefully I can start building this channel. Subscribe if you like my videos. I do 2 videos a week, and I try to talk about whiskey. I make cocktails, do whiskey reviews. A lot of originals, pop culture, cocktails, and we just try to have fun around here. I'm your drinking buddy.